Hi, I'm Frank, and I'm here to introduce to you the new Oricom 710 video and audio monitor. It's only just been released. It's a video monitor and audio monitor that sports the DECT technology. Oricom were the first in the country to use that technology and bring them into baby monitors, because Oricom are a communications company. They do a lot more than just baby monitors. They are genuine communication experts. For those who don't know, we have just finished conducting tests across the range of baby monitors, and we basically got every brand of and model of baby monitor we could in the market, and ran a whole series of tests and evaluating all the different products on the market. Because the problem with the baby monitor industry is, unfortunately, there's a lot out there that don't do what they say they will do. Oricom are a true communications company. They haven't just gone and grabbed a product from China and put their brand on it. They actually do a lot of R&D in technology, and they know their product and technologies well. So that's why I think Oricom have come up trumps across every single category that we tested them in. So we segmented each baby monitor, right from audio through to this video and audio monitor, based on price points. And in fact, with this model, we didn't look at price points. There were much more expensive models that we tested against, and the Oricom SC 710 came up trumps against those as well. We took a number of things into account when we did our evaluation. We tested the range of distance, both indoors and outdoors. We tested actual real-life battery time as well. So it's one thing what the manufacturer states is your actual battery use and time. This is really a real-life test. So we ran music in the background and left it overnight and did all those sorts of things to test how well it worked and simulate it. And in fact, our tests would be a lot harder than real life, because you wouldn't have a constant crying baby. We've done all those tests. This came up very, very well. Basically, we tested it outdoors underneath a massive power pole that we've got. It carries the mains line. It's not your normal power that you have out in the street, and we know for a fact it gives off a lot of electrical interference. And we tested it with the camera unit, the baby unit, under that tower, and then tested the distance, and then we reversed it. So we wanted to see whether it had much of an effect, and we did that with all of them. We found that with video monitors you get about half the distance. I assume that's because you're transmitting twice as much, or probably more, information. So rather than transferring just sound, we're transferring a picture. And what I found interesting is that others, the picture started to get horrible very, very quickly, even outdoors, whereas this one kept a very clear picture, and then it got to a point where it just dropped out. Now, Oricom quoted 150 metres in ideal conditions. Underneath that massive power conductor, we still got 142 metres. And that's outstanding. None of the others got that distance, so with that interference there purposely. So we're very, very impressed with the range. In terms of battery life, we used it with the voice activation on, and we had a device that was playing music on and off for 1 minute on, 2 minutes off, 1 minute on, 2 minutes off. Now, they quote you get 8 hours out of it. You won't have a baby crying 1 minute on and 2 minutes off, so it was a pretty harsh test. We got 6.8 hours out of it doing that. So in real life, we know that that 8-hour figure is absolutely going to be real. And obviously we didn't have the screen on full brightness, because if you turn the brightness up, it's just too bright. So we had it on what we believe people would use, which is this setting here. It's very clear. Now, I have to say that the big benefit of this is that this model is we're able to have more than one camera. So at the moment I've got a camera upstairs running and I've got one right next to me. And we've got it on a mode called scan. So at the moment it's displaying what's going on upstairs. Oh, it's just changed. So it's now displaying right here. You can see my hand in front of it. And in a few moments, there you go, it's now flicked to one of our nursery rooms upstairs. So you can have multiple cameras running. People might want two in the nursery from different angles, or you may want to have one camera upstairs and in the nursery and one downstairs, depending on where you've got the baby, and you just hit one button and flick from camera to camera. So I've now flicked it to camera 2 and it'll stay on camera 2, or you can put it on camera 1, or we can put it on the scan mode where it'll now scan and continue to change from camera to camera. The audio quality is outstanding. No one could question the audio quality against any of the others. It's typical, they're a communications company. I wouldn't expect much less, to be honest. But the audio quality was excellent. It also has tones, melodies and polyphonic tones. So you can change them from the parent unit just by pressing a different button, and it'll now go to a different one, or you can turn it off. And you can adjust the volume as well, so we can turn it up and down. It's also got a parent talkback feature, so I can talk into it here and talk back to the child. It has a vibrate feature, so it's all vibrating at me at the moment, but when it detects a certain level of noise, you can adjust the sensitivity. It'll start vibrating and let you know, so you can have it muted on silent. And whether you're on the phone or doing anything, have this in your pocket or use the belt clip, it'll vibrate, and it's a pretty violent vibrate. It'll let you know that, hey, baby's crying, and give you that warning. We've got some parents with hearing issues that specifically want video and vibrate, so that when they're awake they can see what's going on, and you can tell without having to have the sound on how loud the baby's crying by this range of LED lights up the top here. And you can also have the vibrate warn you, so if you've got a hearing issue, you're lying in bed, this will wake you up, or it'll certainly let you know through vibration rather than sound that baby's crying. So it's another great feature. You can have up to 4 cameras connected to this at once, and it will scan through all 4 cameras. It's got some great features, and certainly for the price, there is no other better video audio monitor we could find on the market. I even compared it to some of those out there that you can connect to your iPhone. I love my gadgets, but I've got to tell you, I'm fairly technical, and the amount of heartache I went through trying to get that to work. In fact, I couldn't get it working on one of our routers. I had to use a second router. It just wasn't compatible for some reason. Even with firewalls turned off and mucking around, that was very hard to do. The beauty of this system, it was literally plug and play. And even to connect and register second cameras is really easy. There's a button at the back of this unit here. You press and hold that. You go here, you press another button on here with the camera photo, wait for it to find it, and when it does, you just confirm whether you want to call it camera 1, 2, 3 or 4. Press that menu button and hold it down for 5 seconds, bang, it was done. It was just so easy to use. You also have a battery backup option in the baby room, so if the power goes out, you can still see what's going on. It doesn't come with the batteries, but using AA's, I think by memory, you can have the batteries in there as a battery backup for the baby unit. So all round, as a video monitor, there it is vibrating again. This came out trumps. It still gives you temperature and temperature alerts, your music, your parent talkback, your polyphonic tones and music, volume control, voice activation. That's a great feature to save battery power, by the way. You can have it voice activated, so it's not chewing the battery up unless baby cries or unless you decide to hit the button and check out what's going on up there. So I'll definitely use the voice activation feature on there so you get maximum battery life. Again, I have to give Oricom 10 out of 10 for the Oricom Secure 710. It is a brilliant, easy to use all-round package. Lithium-ion batteries give you maximum battery life, distance, audio quality, picture quality. I really can't complain. It's just a fantastic little package, and I highly recommend that if you're looking for a video audio monitor, this is the one to get.